Page 64, Symphony No. 5, or a theme from the first movement of that symphony by Beethoven. The famous one, da-da-da-da, type thing. 2/4 time in the key of C minor, got 3 flats. These repeated notes, we've got to talk about these. When I'm figuring out a fingering, I have to keep in mind how loud it's going to be and maybe what the articulation is, because that can affect the fingering. And I look at this and I see it's fortissimo with accents, very loud. Well, if that's the case, I don't really want to start with little finger. I want to start with a stronger finger. So, in order to get the repeated notes in, because I don't want to... the typical fingering you might use is the thumb, the index finger, and the middle finger. And you can repeat these. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. But you don't have to start with middle finger. You can start with any of the other fingers. It depends on what finger you need to end with. Well, I got to come down here. And if I start with third finger, my thumb is there. I need it here. So instead of third finger, maybe I start with the thumb. Then I'm ending with second finger, and now I can come in here. That works. And then again, thumb. There's a rest, I can do that. And then going on, each one of these I can finger it the same way. Is I'm doing a, here I can do a 3, 2, 1. But then again, second line, second measure, I need the thumb again, so I don't want to end on thumb. So maybe I'll start with thumb. Here. Well, if I would do that, maybe I want to start on thumb on the others, on all of them. To keep it even, keep it in my head straight, that's fine. So maybe that's what we need to... So maybe it's 1, 3, 2 on all of these. Now, third line down. Third measure, going into the fourth, here. Maybe you'd rather do it, because if you do here, that's fine, but then you need thumb again, or second here, whichever. You have to find a fingering that works for you, but this 1, 3, 2 seems to work most of the time. And then at the bottom, second measure, wrist action. You can't use different... And the top of page 65, same thing, 1, 3, 2. You're hanging on to that for a while, and then you come down, same thing. And just come across to third finger. So the last measure of the first line there on page 65 is 1, 3, 2, 1. So it's 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2. I'm just crossing over it again. Now watch out at the bottom. The first, you can do that if you want for the last measure or the last line, and then it's an A flat B natural, and then here. And again, on these repeated notes, find a fingering that works for you so it fits with what comes before it and what goes after it. There's a lot of different fingers we can use. It's up to you. Pencil in the fingering you want that works and stick with it. Now, at the top of page 66, this is a little different. I'm doing a 4, 3, 2, 1 here. I'm using 4 fingers. Starting with the thumb there on the third note there, and then a 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. It's a sequence going up. I'm just using the same fingering all the way up. We like to do that. Until the third measure of the second line. I'm at the top. Here, it's easier if you can end it with fourth or fifth in that last measure. The second line is either fifth or fourth finger, one of them. On here, because you got to come down to the G. How you finger these notes This is the last measure, the second line. It's up to you, but you really should end it with the fifth finger. The last one should be with fifth finger. This way you're in position to go on here, because the next one, the chord is here, and that's kind of the fingering I want. So it's 5, 4, 2, 1, and either 4 or 5, doesn't matter, and then third line down, last two measures. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5. Can you do that? This way I'm in position to go on down. I'm basically playing this chord coming down, sort of. And so the fingering. 5, 4, 3, 1, or 2, 4, 2, 1. That's that chord. 4. That's all I'm doing. Just take a pencil and pencil it in. And gradually over time you speed that up. The bottom of page 66, the last two measures. You're here. I recommend a 1, 3, 2. We're back to this 1, 3, 2 fingering. And then a 1, 3, 2. So it's 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. It's a 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. And then top of page 67 is a 4, 2, 3, 4. This puts us in position to come in. And then the next measure, 3, 4. So it's 2, 3, 4 on those two measures. 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4. And then you're in position for the E flat F sharp. There. And then here. You don't have to finger in the second line. You don't have to use 2 and 5. If you don't, you can use 1 and 4. Because this is very loud in here, and that little finger, I don't like using a little finger on loud stuff. I like to use stronger fingers. So 1, 4, go up, and that's pretty much it. And when you go up, I recommend a 1, 3 on that. And this is the last line, first measure, you're here to here. These are all accented, you can separate these. And then here, 2, 4, and then here. Tricky. This is a good etude for using multiple fingers on repeated notes. It'll really come in handy later on if you can learn to do this well. You should be doing it in both hands, but it helps at least in one hand. Now the left hand is, again, just 3, 2, 1 there. I'm not quite mirroring the hands because I'm starting here. If that's causing problems for you, then you got to find a fingering where you can mirror the hands. Something. It's up to you which one you use whenever you're doing that, but otherwise I recommend that fingering I gave to you for the right hand. The left hand now, second line, this is treble clef. Now you're up here. Then come down. For them. Just a wrist action here on these. Still treble clef. And then you got to go with the right hand and doing its thing in the second line, second measure when you come in. Here I would recommend a 1, 3, 2, 1. So it's a, whichever fingering you use, it's up to you, but just, that's 5, 4, 3. It's good practice. Don't shy away from it. Next line, same thing. Start with thumb. Like so, and then the bottom of the chords. Just keep in mind your treble clef here. Top of page 66. you're still treble clef, and your fingering is up to you. Which fingering you want to use. I wouldn't use 3 and 1 here. Just maybe 2 and 4 or something is fine. That's the last measure, the first line, B flat, E natural. And bass clef. Last line on bass on the page 66. You're here, B natural, F, and then here, C minor chord, and then the half notes in E flat, F sharp, A. And then you're finishing out the chord. The actual whole chord is this. It's just the first time we're not using the C, and the second time we're not using the B. So finger these in a way you don't have to move your hand. So here is good, and then here. And then again. So I got all through all those measures there without moving my left hand. I got enough moving around to do in the right hand. Okay, and then here. And then on page 67, second line. Fourth finger on the C. Again, use 5 and 4 here. 5 on the B, 4 on the C. And here at the bottom, second measure, here, 2 5, 1 or 4 1. It's 5 2, I should say. The bass clef. Well, won't this be fun? Let's put the hands together slowly. Here. These are half notes in the left hand. And you hang on to that for a little bit, and then same thing up here. We've been through this before. And then go on. Then last line on page 65. And you can see at the top of page 66, we're kind of going up the keyboard here, going up. Fingering. And then quiet so everybody can recover from all that mess. And then this chord. You can get the chords at the end. Kicker here is to keep this really, really slow until you're comfortable with all this moving around and these repeated notes. Do not be in a hurry to speed this up. But once you can get the notes relatively well and the fingering is falling into place, then go ahead and add not a lot of articulation. There's a bunch of staccatos, or not staccatos, but accents. And you're going to separate the accents. Like that. Don't play them legato. Separate each of these accents. And I'll go ahead and do the dynamics at the same time because this video is lasting forever. So it's here. Land on that and hang on to it for a while. It's a fermata, and then go on. And then hang on to that. Now all of a sudden you're soft. Crescendo to, don't get loud before that note. Stay there. Now we're very loud, like we were at the beginning. It's this here, but hang on to that. Now it's soft. So this whole thing is soft. And stay soft. Don't get, my tendency is to want to get louder. Keep it soft. You get to top of page 66, we got accents now and staccatos. So do that. Second line, third measure, you're loud. I wouldn't worry too much about the staccatos because the speed, you're going to get staccatos anyway, so. And that staccatos for the right hand. You keep the left hand legato in here. This is the third line down, the third measure here. And then here. And then it's all quiet, complete nothing, and then again, and now we're loud. To end it off, and it ends loud. Well, good luck on the speed. It moves pretty quick, but it's got to be your pretty quick. The notes and everything have to be accurate first, so this may take a while, but keep it slow. Just keep it slow and deliberate until you can play the whole thing smoothly. Okay, and you're fine with the fingering and all this nonsense with the fingering going on. And then you can gradually speed it up to allegro con brio, fast with brilliance. I don't know. Yep. You'll find all kinds of recordings of this to get an idea what it sounds like. I have a feeling you already know what it sounds like, so have fun with it.